what is that? What kind of guitar is it? And I tell them, well, it's kind of a long story. And this next video series is what this guitar is all about, and why it's the best guitar I've ever owned. So we will take it next into the workroom, put it on the bench, and examine it closely. There's no real easy way to explain how this beast was spawned. It's long story short, part kit guitar, part Amazon guitar, part Wormuth guitar, and part eBay guitar. So a lot of different parts ordered from a lot of different places. Not necessarily what I'd consider a parts caster, because there is no items on this guitar at all that are made by Fender. So, but it is a Strat style guitar. Anyway, let's look at some of the details real quick. Okay, starting with the headstock hardware, we have ourselves some Goto, if that's how you pronounce it, SG38 tuners. Don't know what the gear ratio is on them, but I'll be demonstrating how you can figure that out if you care what your gear ratio is on your tuners. I'm assuming they're 14-to-1, but we'll see, maybe 16-to-1. Over here we have some roller string trees made in China. The only ones I could find in black. They work pretty good, so they're just bulky looking. Have a Tusk black graphite nut there, and the neck is made by Wormuth. It is a compound radius. It's 10 this end to 16 at this end. It's solid bird's eye maple with a skunk stripe up the back, which you'll see in a minute when I flip this thing over. This here is a EMG DG20 loaded pick guard. That was quite spendy, actually. It is, DG stands for David Gilmour, so it is the same setup electronically that David Gilmour had in his, what do you call it, his red Strat. So, I'm saying had because he sold it, and, or not sold it, he, what do you call it, auctioned it for charity, along with his black Strat. And then over here we have a Goto vintage bridge with a vibrato or whammy, whatever you want to call it. And so that's kind of it for the top, except for this cover here. I bought from China as well. It's the only one I could find in black, so I bought that from China. Oh, and these strap knobs here, or connections here, they're the locking type. So I have a strap that goes specifically to this guitar. So we'll flip it over and take a look at the back real quick, and we'll talk about some other things that we will be looking at in the future. Okay, we are flipped over, and here's the back side of the Goto tuners, and the skunk stripe that I mentioned, and of course this and this. I'm not sure. I know this I ordered. It came from China. That I'm pretty sure the same. This here I made, and one of the things I failed to mention on the EMG loaded pick guard is that it is active. So this is the battery hole. I had to put a hole in the back side because normally when you're dealing with a Fender body, they're a little bit thicker than these, than at least this kit body, so the battery wouldn't fit underneath the pick guard. unless I cut a hole in it and put it in from the back side. So that's what I did. You can see the block down in there. I actually had to shave the block too down a bit to get it to fit in there, otherwise this thing would be rolling over the top of it and you'd hear it moving when you use that bar. So we are going to talk about how to quiet your springs in there as well when the time comes. And as far as features for this guitar, that's about it. I'll probably go more into the history of the kit and the body, because the kit was not ordered online, and some of the struggles I had with getting this thing correct, and some tricks that I used to get the neck straight on there and the whole 9 yards. So anyway, that's about it for this preview. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you find this guitar attractive and all that good stuff. So it is the best guitar I've ever owned. It plays the best. It sounds the best. And so the funny thing about it is that if I was to try to sell it, I probably wouldn't be able to get much for it because there's no brand name on it. Anyway, until next time, rock on.